Bonjour and welcome to episode 4 of our family vacation in Paris. Our day begins with a visit to Musée de l'Orangerie. Musée de l'Orangerie is an iconic art museum that houses a collection of 20th century art. Like all the museums in Paris, there's going to be a long line to get in. We avoided standing in this long line by purchasing our tickets online and selecting a specific time to enter the museum. The reason for the long line? Everyone wants to see the works of Matisse exhibit. At Musée de l'Orangerie, you'll find works of art by Cézanne, Matisse, Renoir, Picasso, and others. Musée de l'Orangerie is most famous for being the permanent home of 8 large water lilies murals by Claude Monet. In 1918, Claude Monet offered these large water lily paintings to the French government. In exchange, the government agreed to construct a special monument to showcase these paintings. In 1927, the water lilies paintings were installed at the Musée de l'Orangerie a few months after the death of Claude Monet. After a short ride on the metro from Musée de l'Orangerie, we arrived at the Notre Dame Cathedral. We wanted to check out the progress of the work being done to rebuild the cathedral after the fire in 2019. They say the Notre Dame Cathedral is scheduled to reopen in December of 2024. We heard about a patisserie across the river from the Notre Dame Cathedral that serves a special pastry called the Notre Dame apple. Lacroix Pâtissier had a wide selection of delectable pastries. We ordered a pistachio macaron, a creme brulee, and the Notre Dame apple. After enjoying the delicious pastries, we walked around the corner to Shakespeare Company. Shakespeare Company is one of the oldest bookstores in Paris. It was opened in 1951 by George Whitman. The bookstore has a piano on the second floor, and guess who decided to play a tune? During our vacation in Paris, the sanitation workers were on strike, so there was garbage piled up on the streets. We headed to the Latin Quarter to visit the Pantheon. The Pantheon is a monument built between 1758 and 1790. It was intended to be a church dedicated to Saint Genevieve, the patron saint of Paris. During the French Revolution, the Pantheon was transformed into a mausoleum for the remains of distinguished French citizens. The Pantheon was restored several times as a church during the 19th century. Today, the Pantheon is a civic building that serves as a mausoleum for prominent French citizens including Voltaire, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, Victor Hugo, Émile Zola, and Marie Curie. As we left the Pantheon, we saw a large police presence in the area due to a number of protests that were taking place. Just a short walk from the Pantheon, we visited Jardin du Luxembourg. Luxembourg Garden is a 60-acre park with fountains, sculptures, ponds, outdoor cafes, and more. We needed to satisfy our sweet tooth, so we stepped into Odette. Odette is a pastry shop specializing in cream puffs. Flavors such as chocolate, pistachio, and passion fruit will definitely satisfy your sugar fix. After our sugar overload from Odette, we are ready for a busy afternoon. We hopped on the metro to visit the most iconic monument in Paris, the Eiffel Tower. Dina and I have been to the Eiffel Tower before, but this was my kids' first time. We were so thrilled to not only see the Eiffel Tower, we were so excited because we'll be going all the way to the top of the tower. So join us for the ride to the summit of the Eiffel Tower. If you like our video, give it a like, and if you haven't done so, subscribe to our channel. The top of the Eiffel Tower has the best view of Paris. We were so lucky to have had clear skies during our visit to the Eiffel Tower. And look, there's even a rainbow. They say the best vacations are the ones you take with your family. That's absolutely true. The elevators going down had really long lines, so we decided to take the stairs instead. After our visit to the Eiffel Tower, we took a riverboat tour on the River Seine with Vedettes de Paris. Vedettes de Paris offers a 1-hour riverboat tour on the River Seine for €20 per person. Being on the river gives you a different perspective of the many attractions of Paris. If you're going to Paris for the first time, be sure to add a riverboat tour on the River Seine on your bucket list. After our riverboat tour, we wanted to have dinner at a restaurant close to the Eiffel Tower so we can go back and see the tower's lights later that evening. We chose La Campanella for dinner. The restaurant is about a 15-minute walk from the Eiffel Tower. La Campanella is a Parisian bougna serving traditional French cuisine like beef tartare, escargot, soupe à l'oignon, and beef bourguignon. After a delicious dinner at La Campanella, we walked back to the Eiffel Tower. Seeing the Eiffel Tower lit up at night is truly magical. We had such an amazing day in Paris, and what a better way to finish off a memorable evening than this view. Stay tuned for episode 5 for our last day in Paris as we visit Centre Pompidou, shop around in Paris, and run into a few surprises. Hey guys, so if you like this video, give it a like and consider subscribing to our channel. Until our next episode, cheers!